Hello. So far you have studied about exponents and powers, and today I'll extend your topic of exponents to introduce roots to you. Roots is a new vocabulary for you. Before we move ahead with it, let's recall some vocabulary about powers or some facts about powers. We know that 2 raised to power 2 can be expressed as this. Similarly, 5 raised to power 2 can be expressed as this. No? And these all can be expressed as these. 2 raised to power 2 is actually equals to 4. 5 raised to power 2 is equals to 25. Similarly, all of these are equals to these. These number hairs are read as 2 raised to power 2, 5 raised to power 2, 4 raised to power 2. But we know that they do have some other names for this. These are also called these. We can call it as 2 raised to power 2 or 2 square. This can be called 5 raised to power 2 or 5 square. This can be called as 5 raised to power 3 or 5 cube. But for this, we do not have any specific name. Means for this power 6. As for power 2, we call square, and for 3, we have a name cube. But for power 6, we do not have any specific name. So 2 raised to power 6 is the only name for it. Similarly, this is 3 raised to power 7. Now let's study about roots. Before I tell you about roots, let's focus here. 7 and 3 combinedly gives you 21. These two numbers are giving you 21. So 21 is called multiple of these two, and these two are called, yes, these are called factors of 21. So yes, these are called factors of 21, and this is called multiple of 7 as well as 3. So in this table, which was there in the previous slide also, these numbers are giving you these. So they should have some relation. No? These numbers 2, 5, 4, 8, 2 are giving you these. So they must share some relation, some naming relation, just like this. What do we call them? These are called squares or cubes of these. No? What is 4? 4 is a square of 2. 25 is a square of 5. 49 is a square of 7. 125 is a cube of 5. 8 is a cube of 2. 343 is a cube of 7. These are called squares and cubes. Okay. And what do we call them? These are called roots. So here I introduced you roots. These are called roots. If you focus on the literal meaning of roots, roots means origin. How did you get 4? 4 because of 2. How did you get 25? 25 because of 5s, not because of these powers. Yes, there is a contribution of these, but we got 25 only because of 5. Okay, you can understand it like this. 5 raised to power 2 is 5 into 5. No? So 2 is just the indicative of its frequency, its multiplicative frequency. How many times it's getting multiplied with itself. Okay, so you can say in 25 we have 5s. There is no 2 in it. 2 was just the indication of its frequency. So that's why I have taken these numbers only, bases only. So bases are called the roots for them. We got 4 because of 2. We got 25 because of 5. We got 16 because of 4. We got 8 because of 2. Yes, there is the contribution of power also. Okay, because here also we got 4 because of 2 and 8 because of 2, but here the power was 3 and here the power was 2, and that is why this is a square of 2 and that this is a cube of 2. Okay, so these are called squares and cubes, and these are called roots. These are called roots, either square roots or cube roots. How come? Here you can see this is a root of 4 and this is also a root of 8. Okay, but this is a root responsible to give you by squaring it. No? So this is, because this is a perfect square, so this is called square root of 4. This is also root of 8, but this is called cube root of 8 because this is cube of 2. Okay, here 64. 64 is a cube of 4. That is why 4 is a cube root of 64. If we would have got 64 because of 8, no, then we would have considered 64 as square. How do you get 64 from 8? By squaring it. And how do you get 64 from 4? By cubing it. That is why 64 is a perfect square also and it is a perfect cube also. But the thing responsible to make it a cube is 4. That is why it is called, 4 is called cube root of 64 and 8 is called square root of 64. Okay, just like here 2 is a root of 4 also and 2 is a root of 8. So both of these are roots. But this 2 is the square root of 4 and this 2 is the cube root of 8. Okay. Now, so if I sum up, square root of 8 is equals to 64. Square of 8 is 64. Okay. So who is giving you 64? 8. How come? On squaring. Okay, therefore 8 is called square root of 64. Square root of 64 is 8. Now cube of 4 means 4 cube is 64. So who is the root is 4 because cube was just the frequency. 4 is the root, but which root? Cube root. So cube root. So root responsible to make it a cube is 4. So cube root of 64 is 4. Okay. Now, if we have two more numbers like this, 2 raised to power 6 and 3 raised to power 7 and this. So we do not have any specific name for 6 and 7, just like we have for 2 and 3 as squares and cubes. We do not have for them. So this will be written like this only. But now, what is the root responsible to give you 64? The root is 2 because this is the power. So this is just the frequency of 2. So the root is 2, but which root is this? This is the 6th root. Means 6th root of 64 is 2. Means a number inside 64 which is getting multiplied itself 6 times is 2. Similarly, 3 raised to power 7 is this. That means the root is 3, 7 is the power, so it's just the frequency. So 3 is the root, but which root? Because it cannot be a square root because 3 is the square root of 9. It cannot be a cube root because 3 is the cube root of 39. 3 is the cube root of 27. Okay, so 3 is the root, but which root is this? So this is the actually 7th root. Okay. Got it? Now let's move ahead. Here are a few more examples. If we have 2 raised to power 10 equals to 1024. So we got this because of 2 and 10 is the frequency of this. So the root is this, but which root is this? Because this is the root for 4 also. This is the root for 8 also. Okay. And this is the root for 16, 32 for all of them. So 2 is a square root of 4. Okay, so because it makes 4 a perfect square. 2 is a cube root of 8 because it makes a perfect cube. Okay, for 16 it's the fourth root. So 1024 also 2 is the root, but which root is this? This is the 10th root of this. Here also 6 raised to power 5 is this. So 6 is the root here because 5 is just the frequency. 6th is the root, but which root is this? This is the 5th root of this. Means when 6 gets multiplied with itself 5 times, then we get this. 6 is the square root of 36. 6 is the cube root of, yes, 216. You might have learned them. And here this is the 4 is the 5th root of 1024, and here 1 raised to power 50 is 1. Okay, so 1 multiplied with itself 50 times, so gives you 1 only. So 50th root of 1 is 1. Which is the number inside 1 which gets multiplied 50 times to give you 1? That is 1 only. In fact, 40th root of 1 is 1. 7th root of 1 is 1. Square root of 1 is 1. Cube root of 1 is 1. Okay, because the number inside it which gets multiplied with itself 10 times to give you 1 is 1 only. 9 square is 81. So what? Okay, that means square root of 9 is the root and it's the square root of this. Okay, so these were the example just to absorb the concept of root and how to name them. Now the next is symbols for roots. Here is the same table. See, if you read it as, how will you read it as? It is 2 raised to power 10. No? 5 words you spoke, but the mathematical form is this only, 2. No, the mathematical form is this. Okay, this is mathematical form for 1024. This is the mathematical notation for equal to. You know, but here I am writing words. We should have a mathematical notation for this. Okay, we must have a mathematical language for this. So that's what I mean by symbols for roots. I just want to replace this 10th root of this word by some symbol. So I'm introducing that symbol to you. Okay, so 10th root of this word will be replaced by this. This is 10th root of. If you will be writing it with pen, so 10th root, how will you write 10th root of 1? So first you will put root of sign. This is called root of. Okay, here it should be 10 and then whatever. If you want to write 1024, then 1024. But this root sign should be like this. Okay, so 10th root of 1024 is written like this. Okay, now if we have the next 5th root of 776, so 5th root of will be similarly like this, just 10 will be replaced by 5. So 5th root of will be this. Then 4th root of will be this. Okay, so actually 10th root of something. So this is just a symbol for root of. 10 will be written here inside it and 1024 should be here. Okay, and that means like this. Okay, 10th root of. How will you read it as? Please learn to decode it because this is called 10th root of. So here we will call 10th root of 1024 is equals to 2. Now here is equals to 6. 5th root of this is this. So we will write 5th. 5 will be written here and 7776 will be written here like this. Okay. Similarly, 5th root of 1024. 1024 will be here and 5 will be here. No, just like this. Now for this we have this, and for the rest we have this. 50th root of 1 is this. Cube root of 1 is this. Square root of this. And again 4th root of this. Suppose we have this. If we count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So who is giving you this? 5. And what is its frequency? 8. Who is giving you this? 5, that means 5 is the root. But which root is this? Square root? No. Yes, 5 is a square root, but not of this. It's square root of 25. 5 is cube root also, but it's a cube root of 125. So what is this? This is actually 5 is actually 8th root of this. Okay, 8th root of this, and in symbolical form we can write it 8th root of this is equals to 5. Got it? I want to tell you one more thing. 7 into 7 is 49. That means 7 is the root of 49, but which root? Square, because it's getting multiplied with. Means the frequency of 7 is 2. So this is called square root of 49. If you have been written like this, nothing is written here, this is also considered as square root. Okay, because we find out root only the minimum case, it's 7 into 7. Then let's discuss in detail. Okay, 7 into 7 gives you 7 square. The number got reformed because of other 7. 7 into 7, you got a new number, 7 square. But 1 times 7 is 7 only. So because of 7 multiplying itself 2 times, you got 7 square. So there arose a concept of square, and that's why 7 is a square root. 7 into 7 into 7 is 343. No? So 7 multiplied 3 times, that's why you got 343. Okay, so there is a concept that 343 is a cube and cube root is 7. So here 49 is a square and 7 is a square root. Okay, but one time there is no significance, neither of this term and nor of the root. Okay, so the minimum number which can be here for roots is 2, because there is no significance of number less than 2. No, so if nothing is written here, it's not considered as 1, it is considered as 2 only, because 1 does not have any significance. So just want to tell you that square root of 49 can be written like this. Square root of 49 can be written like this, or it can be written like this. If nothing is there, we'll consider it as square. Okay, so that's all for the symbols for squares and roots. Now let's recall, let's see how much you have absorbed. Let's read them aloud. Can you read it up? Let's read the first number. What is this? Yes, this is the symbolic form. You have to speak in words. What is this? We'll start reading from here. 5th root of 32. Okay. Similarly, this is, we'll start reading it from here. Yes, come on. First this, then this. This is called root of. And this, we'll not call it 3. This is cube. Cube root of 343. Now this one, what is this? This is called, I only read it as square root of 100. You can read this also. This is square root of 256. Children, here some of these can be found out. Found out means, see, can you find out 5th root of 32? Means the root responsible to make 32, means the root which multiplied with itself 5 times to give you 32. Can you find out that? Okay, maybe not this, but can you find out which is the root responsible to make this? Okay, what is the number which is hidden inside it? Means a number which multiplied with itself 3 times to give you this. This is what do we mean by cube root of this. You know, this is the power, no? Which number raised to power 2 is 100? You can decode in that way. In that ways, maybe you are able to sort it out. Okay, this is what raised to power 3 is 343. So if you have learned the cubes and squares, which I asked you to learn in the previous session, okay, so then those who all have learned, they'll be able to answer this. Okay, here, square root of 256. You are asked to learn the squares from 1 to 20. If you have learnt them, then you must be able to tell me this. Okay, so few of these can be, in fact, this can be done mentally if you have learnt the cubes till 11 cube and the squares till 20 square. Okay, this one is simple. What is the number which multiplied with itself 10 times? It's simple, a mental maths game. Come on, what's the fourth root of this number? What raised to power 4 is this? It's quite simple. Answer is 10. And here you can sort it out also, because if you have learned the cubes, then you can sort it out. This is fourth root of 256. Maybe you're not able to sort it out because you didn't learn them, and neither it is too simple like this. Okay, so what raised to power 4 is 256? It's tough. What is this? This is, because nothing is written here, so this is square root. Square root of 16. Yes, it's quite simple, can be done mentally. It's 4. Then this one, 2025. It's square root of 2025. We cannot calculate it. We can. If some of you have, some of you might have learnt the squares till 20, but still you won't be able to sort it out. Okay, because you learnt it till 400. You can tell me the square root of 400 only. This one you cannot do. So here in this and in this, these two are tough to calculate. I suppose the rest can, in fact, this also. So anyways, you should be able to read them up. You should, this video was all about, you should be able to read them aloud. You should know the meaning of this. That's the very important concept. The rest will become very simple if you understand this. Okay, so as this is the first video regarding this chapter, so you all must understand this vocabulary. The rest will become very simple then. Got it? And as far as concerned with sorting out these, because the rest can be done mentally, that is gonna be our next topic. Okay, so if you did not understand the video, please rewind and replay. Okay, this is sorted out into a uh, simplest way, means the topic has been sorted in the very step by step manner. uh, Replay, rewind, and absorb this vocabulary so that you can easily understand the next topic. That's all for this. Thank you.